So how do perpetrators initiate an exploit? Well, there's a couple of categories here, but some of them are intermixed. First, programmers, like me. We're going to automate the process because we're lazy. Inside computer programming. Anyway, we're going to write code that exploits a vulnerability because code, frankly, automates the process on trying to find that vulnerability. So you need us in order to do that. The attacker, which could be a programmer originally, and many times they are, that's the one that's actually going to carry out the attack using the programmer's code. And then you have some that are just called script kiddies. They're rookies, they get a hold of a bunch of scripts that a programmer originally created, and then they're just doing it for fun. They're usually they're younger people, they're trying to explore stuff. They didn't know, hey, hacking the Pentagon's bad. But anyway, seriously, there's been a lot of examples of script kiddies coming out and trying to do stuff and then bad. Then they get hired for $1 million. But anyway, now, threat actors create programs that attack vulnerable computers, using such tools as public server discovery. In that, it's really kind of neat because every computer has an IP address, right? And those IP addresses are actually located or mapped geographically so you can kind of tell where the actual server resides. So those that are in a foreign country know where the state's IP addresses are. They're going to start attacking that particular set of IP addresses. Makes sense, right? So server fingerprinting is the next part. After they've located where they kind of want to start off with, then they do server fingerprinting. Same as a ping that we've done in IT, pinging from one computer to another. We can actually determine what OS the server is running. We can get more information from that ping on how long it got there, and a lot of different things here. We can start scanning the ports. If a port 80 happens to be open on a server, it's usually an HTML server. Like, ooh, HTML server usually means some type of application that maybe we can get into. So that's just with the server fingerprinting. And then last part is a vulnerable discovering. It's really using all of these and start really, grouping the IP fingerprinting and then the port exploration. That's the grouping of putting all this knowledge together and going, ooh, okay, this is the information that we can get out of this. What can we use for a vulnerability to exploit? All of this is, I don't want you to think this is super tough because coding or the programmers actually can do this work because you're doing the same thing over and over again, just with a different server. Okay, let me check all the ports. All right, HTML port, what can we do here? It's the same code and script that we're going to be running on at different servers. So this part really isn't super hard, and that's the scary part to all of this. So that's how a perpetrator can initiate and start an exploit.